All right, let's get to our other top story of the day as we continue on the eclipse watch. Right now, millions of people are waiting in anticipation across the U.S. for the sky to darken and to put on their glasses to see the total solar eclipse. We are less than 3 hours away and the excitement is growing. WUSA 9 is your home to prepare you for today's festivities, and we have our team covering everything you need to know about this historic event. Let's get right to meteorologist Caitlin McGrath, who is joining us from Erie, Pennsylvania in the path of totality. And Caitlin, we know there's a lot of excitement. A lot of people have been traveling to get to that path of totality. How are things feeling out there?
Simone, you can definitely feel the excitement building. We're here at Liberty Park in Erie, which is one of more than 40 watch parties for the total solar eclipse. So thrilled to be here in the path of totality. And this has been a long time coming for the city of Erie. To learn more about the preparations, I'm joined now by Emily Biddle with Visit Erie to talk about what all has gone into this exciting day.
It's been a lot of planning. About 18 months of planning have gone into this. And as you said, 40 plus watch parties. Our community is ready and we're really excited.
Absolutely. And what can folks expect as they're coming into Erie today?
What they can expect is a lot of businesses that have taken advantage of this. You know, you can find a lot of eclipse themed, merch and things everywhere. But more importantly, they can expect a safe and just fun atmosphere.
Absolutely. And talk about what you hope this means for Erie moving forward. This is a lot of folks' first time here in Erie, mine included, and it really is such a special city.
It really is. And our hope is that, being in the path of totality is such a unique experience. We want to welcome those first-time visitors, make sure that they have a great time here and that they come back. I mean, we're a great city on the waterfront. We're right on Lake Erie. In the summertime, in the fall, all seasons, it's really a special place. So we hope you'll come back and visit us.
Emily, thank you so much. But of course, the weather, a big factor in today's total solar eclipse. And as you can see, yes, it is overcast, but we are carefully watching clouds clear. In fact, there's a little bit more sunshine breaking out right now. So I really think the skies will open up and we will see a spectacular show here in Erie. But let's talk about some of the weather changes that you'll notice during totality, because you'll see experiences that you really don't get during a partial eclipse. First and foremost, you'll notice the temperature drop. The temperature will drop anywhere from 5 to 20 degrees, depending on where you're experiencing totality. And when the surface cools, it prevents warm air from rising to Earth's surface, which is a key ingredient in the formation of clouds. So you can actually see skies clear during totality. You might also notice the air feeling a bit sticky. As air temperature increases, air can hold more water molecules and its relative humidity decreases. But when the temperature drops, relative humidity actually increases and wind actually calms down. One of the cooler things during the eclipse, you will actually notice the atmosphere stabilize with less sunlight. And I think something we're all looking forward to here. We have had a wild weather morning here in Erie. We had rain earlier today, wind really picked up, but now it is all about those clearing skies, and I really think we're going to be in great shape here whenever totality begins at 3:16. Such an exciting day, not only in the path of totality, but for everyone across the country experiencing a partial eclipse, and that includes the DMV. For more on what you can expect in the DC area, I want to send things out to meteorologist Michaela Lucero. She is live on the National Mall. Michaela, how's it looking out there?
Hey there, Caitlin. Well, right now we are seeing blue skies and sunshine here on the National Mall. It is gorgeous. It is just warm enough that you're not going to be too chilly, but you're not going to be hot. Have the sunglasses and, of course, your eclipse glasses along with you. Now, there are plenty of events going on today across the National Mall. You can see down there's some tents with some events, but check out the other side. If we give you a 180, these are the lines for people getting their eclipse glasses right now. The line is down the block for people to grab those glasses. They just started giving them out about 4 minutes ago. You can come and get your free pair. But for now, I am joined with Dr. Jowins from the National Air and Space Museum, who's got some details on the events going on today to celebrate the eclipse. Tell me more about what people can expect here today.
Sure. So we have our Eclipse Festival happening on the National Mall, where we have tents that are hosted by the different museums in the Smithsonian, where you can do things like look at the sun through eclipse glasses or through a safe solar telescope, where you can look at the surface of the sun before and during the eclipse. It's actually a really interesting time to be looking at the sun because we're in a period of maximum solar activity that happens on these 11-year timescales. So it's actually a really, really good time, separate from the eclipse, to be looking at the sun. We also have stands where you can look at a model of the sun, the earth, and the moon and see how and why an eclipse happens. where the moon passes between the sun and the earth and casts a shadow on the earth's surface. We also have some interesting visualizations of the eclipse for people who want to experience it in ways other than sight. So you can experience the eclipse in sound and in touch. We also have a tent set up to learn more about indigenous stories and how indigenous cultures relate to eclipses. That's hosted through the Museum of the American Indian. So it's really a fantastic opportunity happening from now until 4 p.m. on the mall.
So there's so many things, whether you want to do sciencey kind of things, whether you want cultural experiences, we have got it all here today on the mall. It's going to be a really exciting afternoon. And even if you're just coming out here to see the eclipse, blue skies, lots of space for you to come and enjoy, and a clear sky. All right, let's get over to the weather. We are looking at the radar right now, and it does look like we are seeing a little bit of cloud cover to our north, but we're going to continue to see some skies clearing as we move throughout the day, and hopefully a lot of us are going to get those clear skies. Let me show you what satellite looks like. This is a map that shows just our cloud cover, and the brighter white colors you see, those are the thicker clouds, and that more of a lighter gray tinge, that's where we're seeing, well, not quite as thick of cloud cover. So yes, there are some clouds in the sky, but you can see around the DC region, those clouds aren't quite as thick. So we're going to continue to track the forecast for you as we head throughout the afternoon, and meteorologist Jonathan Myers will have more details coming up in a few minutes about the eclipse, as well as Caitlin McGrath. So we hope you'll join us throughout the day as we cover the eclipse. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Jonathan?
Yeah, and thanks for the reports out there. And Michaela, weather looks fantastic. We continue our team coverage with the anatomy of a solar eclipse. This is how things work in the celestial beings in terms of the moon, the sun, as well as the earth. Notice the sun has the earth revolving around it. And then also the moon is revolving around the earth. So there's kind of three bodies here at work, if you will. And once in every, say, about 375 years, there are some locations that get the sun and the earth and the moon all aligned during the day. So what they end up with is a total solar eclipse. You get the penumbra, which is the partial shadow, or in other words, that kind of ring of fire that you usually see in those typical total solar eclipse pictures. And then you get the main blackness, if you will, the dark shadow of the actual moon on the earth. And that's that pretty much blotted out circle of the sun that you see. Now, we are not under that location. We are nearby. So we have, again, about an 87.4% coverage for today. So let's get into some of the safe solar viewing tips for you. First off, do not look directly at the sun. Make sure, number one, that you've got those special glasses that we talked about, that we were talking about there on the National Mall. We're not going to see that full coverage of the sun, or 100% totality as we call it. So that means that you can't take a look at the sun unprotected. Sunglasses will not provide sufficient protection for you if you're taking a look at the eclipse here in the DMV. Only look at the sun, of course, through an approved solar filter. That includes those glasses. And it's even safer to observe the sun or observe the eclipse indirectly by projecting the sun's image with a pinhole or with binoculars. So stay safe and enjoy the eclipse viewing.